Last class, we have discussed about binary arithmetic operators in C. We have seen how binary arithmetic operators are acting on values or operands. And today, the topic is to discuss about type conversions performed during the evaluation of expression in which arithmetic operators are used. And the type conversion is called typecasting. So there are basically two types of type conversions or typecasting allowed in C. The first is implicit typecasting. Let us now consider an example to see what is implicit typecasting. Here there is an assignment instruction where in the RHS we are trying to add a decimal variable and a floating point variable. So we are adding a decimal number and a floating point number. So naturally you will get a floating point number as result. Then you are trying to assign that floating point number into a decimal variable. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible in C. So if you analyze this equation or assignment statement in the language, you can see that there are three variables involved. The decimal variables V1 and V2 are getting memory allocated like this, assume that, and floating point variable is getting 4 bytes of memory allocated here. So the address of memory is just an assumption, and assume that the value of this variable is 18 and the value of the floating point variable is 13.5. Now if you look at the RHS of the assignment statement, which you have to evaluate first, you can see that in the CPU you have to add 18 and 13.5, the corresponding values. Now the question is, how will you perform this addition? And note that here the operands, even in the last class we have discussed operations, and CPU is performing operations on operands, and the operands are actually stored in CPU registers. Remember, 18 is stored in a register, 13.5 is stored in another register, and the result, whatever you get, will also be stored in a CPU register. Now here the problem is, we want to perform addition. CPU contains circuits to perform addition of decimal numbers. You can add two decimal integers, and addition of floating point numbers is also possible. There exists another hardware which can perform addition of two real numbers. So two hardwares are there, one for adding two integers and another one for adding two real values, that is floating point or double precision. Now the question is, how to add a decimal number and a floating point number. In fact, in the system or in the CPU, there is no single hardware which can perform addition of decimal integer and real number. So the solution is, first you convert 18 into 18.0. That means you are converting the type of the value 18 from decimal integer into floating point value. Now you can see that, you have two real numbers and there exists a hardware in the CPU which can add two real numbers, and you will get the result. The result is temporarily stored in a CPU register. Now note that what you are performing is floating point addition. And now the issue is you obtain the result in the RHS as a floating point constant 31.5. And what are you trying to do? You are trying to assign a floating point value into a decimal variable. See, decimal variable actually requires only 2 bytes. A floating point value requires 4 bytes. So all floating point values cannot be assigned. So what you can do is you can do again a conversion. You convert the type of 31.5 into decimal integer, then you will obtain 31. And now the 31, the value 31, which is a decimal integer, can be assigned into the location for the variable in the LHS. And these operations are called implicit typecasting. So 31 is getting assigned in the location for this variable, and these operations are called implicit typecasting because without the intervention of the programmer or without the programmer given any command for type conversion, the system is automatically performing this type conversion just before performing the addition, because it knows that it has either the floating point adder or the decimal integer adder. So what it is doing is it is converting it into floating point, maybe higher precision, and then performing the addition. And in this particular case, after performing the addition, it realizes that it has to assign a floating point constant into a decimal variable, which is not possible. So what it is doing? It converts that type into a decimal integer. Okay, now a natural question is, what is the value is higher than what it can store? You just try it in the lab and see what is happening. So this is what is called implicit typecasting. Now we can try to formally see what we discussed in that example. Both the operands must be of the same type for an arithmetic operation to be performed in the C language. Whatever be the arithmetic operation, both the operands, we know that it is a binary operator, so acting on two operands, both must be of the same type. And if the operands are of different types, say two operands are there, two are of different types, then the system automatically converts the type of operand with a lower precision. That means from integer to floating point, not the other way. Lower precision to the type of the other, to the higher precision. This type of conversion is called implicit typecasting. This should be type, sorry for the typing mistake. It is called implicit typecasting. Why is it called implicit? Because without the programmer giving a command to do that typecasting, it is performed automatically by the system, and that is why it is called implicit typecasting. Now, implicit typecasting is also used when the LHS operand of the assignment operator is having lower precision than that of the RHS operand. So that is what that also we have seen in our example. So if the LHS operand is a decimal integer type and RHS is a floating point value, it performs this conversion automatically. Implicit typecasting is performed only if the operands data types are compatible. That means if you are trying to assign a string constant to a decimal variable, then the system will not allow you to do that. So it must be compatible. For a floating point or decimal or character, it must be numeric, then you can do. So here I am showing you a table where it shows, suppose the first operand, doesn't matter which is the first, which is the second, or it can be either the first or second, okay. So if one of the operand is character and the other one is integer, then the type conversion will happen to the higher one, that is integer. So you may look at it offline. Anytime the conversion is from the lower precision type to the higher precision type. Okay, you just verify, look at it offline. That is implicit typecasting. Now look at another example and see whether implicit typecasting is helping you or not. The expression is trying to divide 18 by 4, and the result needs to be assigned to a floating point variable. So what is the expected result? It should be 4.5, right? Let us see how is it happening in C. So only one variable is allocated memory, 4 bytes, and assume that the constants are here in CPU registers, and now you have to perform division, and note that now what you are performing is integer division. So for integer division, not that for every case, whether it is addition or subtraction or multiplication or division, if it is integer, then the result will be integer only. So 18 by 4, the integer result is 4. Now it realizes that, okay, I got 4 as the result here, but I need to assign that to a floating point variable. In that case, what it will do is it will automatically convert just the type of this constant into floating point type. And this is again implicit typecasting. And then now you have a floating point constant in the RHS which can be assigned into the location or stored into the location for this particular variable. So you are getting 4.0 as the result. Is this the required result? No, it should be 4.5. Now the question is how to get this result. If you want to get the result as 4.5, how will you get it? And the answer is, then you go for what is called explicit typecasting. Here the programmer must compel the system to do a typecasting before performing the division operator. Now let us proceed and see what is explicit typecasting by using that example. So this is how you can do it, and see that here the only difference is you are saying, okay, first you convert a type of 4 into floating point value. That's it. So you can either say float here or in this case. It doesn't matter to which operand you do it. You can do it for the first operand or the second operand, regardless of what arithmetic operation you are performing. So if you look at here again, you have a variable and 2 constants, and if you look at the RHS, first thing to do is this one. Okay, in the RHS, later you can see that the precedence goes to those operations given in bracket. It's like a unary operator which says you convert the type of 4 into floating point type. So what you will get is you will convert it into 4.0. And now you are performing the operation between 18 and 4.0. And this is what is called explicit typecasting. Why is it called explicit? Because the programmer needs to explicitly say you should do this conversion. Okay. So now if you look at you can see that you are trying to divide a decimal integer with a floating point value, which is not allowed. So the system will automatically perform a type conversion of 18 into floating point, and now you have two floating point values, and the division will give you 4.5 as the result, which is now temporarily stored in a CPU register. And this is implicit typecasting that we know. And now you have got a floating point result because the hardware you applied is floating point order. And now you can perform this operation because in the RHS you got 4.5 whose data type is float, and the LHS is again a float. So no need to do any implicit or explicit type conversion. You can perform it. So you are getting the correct result. I think this simple example is enough for you to understand what is explicit typecasting. And you should have some experience in identifying when I need to use explicit typecasting. And it doesn't matter even if you specify typecasting explicitly, where automatic is also possible. Okay, that's okay. So let us recollect what we saw from explicit typecasting. Programmer can force the system to convert the data type of an expression. So that is the generalized case. This is the syntax. You can say the required targeted type within the braces just before the expression whose type needs to be converted. Example may make it more clear. Now here you look at an example. What you are doing is you are asking the system to convert the type of the expression 3 plus 4. So 3 plus 4 is an expression which will be evaluated first to 7 as the value, and then the type of 7 will be converted into float. So in general, this is the data type and this is the expression. So an expression can be preceded with a data type within braces, within brackets, and that is the syntax for doing explicit typecasting. And explicit typecasting is treated as a unary operator. So I hope what is explicit typecasting is clear to you. And today we have seen two different types of type conversions possible while executing a C program, exactly when it is executing a statement in which arithmetic expressions are involved. So there are two types, explicit typecasting and implicit typecasting. And implicit typecasting is performed automatically by the system, and that is why it is named as implicit. Explicit means the user needs to, or the programmer needs to force the compiler or the system to do a type conversion. And from the example, I think the context is clear, and when one has to go for explicit typecasting is also clear. Thank you.